Babur's story begins in the valley of Fergana in Central Asia, lying mainly in eastern Uzbekistan, but also extending into southern Kyrgyzstan and northern Tajikistan. He was born on the 14th February of 1483 to Umar Sheikh Mirza and Kutluk Khanum. His father was fifth in descent from Taimur, and his mother was descended from Chinggis Khan. Babur's father acquired the kingdom of Fergana when Babur's grandfather's vast empire was divided among his sons upon his death in 1469. Babur, in turn, inherited his father's kingdom at the tender age of 11. His dream was always to capture Samarkand, his ancestor Taimur's capital, which he did in 1497 after a 7-month-long siege, but he couldn't hold onto it for long. He lost Fergana as well due to a rebellion. He soon recovered back Fergana in 1498 and won Samarkand again in 1500 from Shabani Khan, an Uzbek. Babur was defeated by Shabani Khan in 1501 and lost Samarkand once again and had to marry off his sister to his now bitter rival. He also lost entirety of Fergana to his brother Jahangir Mirza. He had to take shelter with his uncles in Tashkent, and they helped him in making several attempts at retaking Fergana, but in vain. He and his uncles were ultimately crushed when rulers of Fergana and Samarkand joined forces at the Battle of Archaean in 1503. Babur was driven out of Central Asia with this defeat and had to seek shelter elsewhere. This loss molded his future. He crossed the Hindu Kush mountains in 1504 and took Kabul without any bloodshed. It was a turning point for him. It was from Kabul that he first had the lure of the fertile plains of India, and the idea of conquering it seized his mind. He made 2 raids up to the Indus River in 1505 and 1507, each time wanting to get farther into the plains. In the meanwhile, his arch-nemesis, Shabani Khan's power, had reached its peak as he had defeated all the Timrid princes in Central Asia. Kabul was the only Timrid state that remained. On account of this, Babur abandoned the title of Mirza or prince and styled himself as Padishah or emperor, thus asserting the headship of the Timrids. For a brief period his attention wandered back to his homeland when Shabani Khan was killed in battle with the Persian Safavids in 1510. Babur saw an opportunity to reclaim all of his lost kingdom and more. In 1511, in alliance with the Persians, he first took Bukhara and then Samarkand, while one of his cousins had already taken Fergana. But his popularity soon waned in Sunni Samarkand, which bitterly disliked his concessions to Shia Safavids. To make matters worse, Uzbeks regrouped and decisively defeated him twice in 1512 near Bukhara. Babur was driven out once again and returned to Kabul in 1514. For the next 4 years, the history of Babur is comparatively uneventful. He was now merely the chief of a petty kingdom. From the years 1519 to 1524, he made 4 raids into India, and each time he got deeper into the territory. In between, he made 3 unsuccessful attempts at capturing Kandahar, which he deemed necessary as the first line of defense against Safavids. He finally captured it in 1522 and appointed his son Mirza Kamran in charge. Badakhshan, too, had come to his hands in 1520 after the death of his cousin Wahis Mirza, when Babur, setting aside the claim of the former's son, had appointed his own son Humayun in charge. Babur regarded Punjab as his own by hereditary right from Taimur, who had also conquered it. He was finally able to capture Lahore in 1524. This brought him in direct conflict with the Lodi dynasty which ruled Delhi at the time.